Here, Callie.
All right. Welcome back. This is part 5 of the series of continuing the journey after COVID. Last week, I think we were still at the long-term care, and we were getting ready to move.
She went and got her
The
treat.
dogs have got a treat they're chewing on now. Anyway, we're at long-term, and we're getting ready to move to physical therapy, and that's kind of where we'll start out this week is the physical therapy, and I'll let Kathy talk more today than I do because last week, I couldn't get a word in edgewise, so I'm just gonna let her
Today might
talk.
be different. Today might be different.
Okay, so anyway, she moved to physical therapy, and she had to learn how to do everything because she couldn't walk, she couldn't talk very well. She could talk, but she couldn't talk well. She was having to learn how to use her hands, her arms, learn how to eat on her own. She had to learn how to do a lot of different things. So I'll let her just tell you a little bit about her recovery there. You saw on the slideshow, it showed the shower, the bathroom. It was all flat and open, which made it much easier for me and the other people to be able to give her a shower. And she actually had to learn how to take a shower again. It's simple as that sounds. But
That was hard. Well, like he said, I went to rehab, and yes, they were trying to. She just tore that bag. I was trying to.
The cat's decided she wants the whole box of treats.
So she's tore the whole bag. But I went to physical therapy to learn how to use my hands and my feet and my legs. I had no use of my legs at all, and I can't even think. At physical therapy is where I got my first shower since I'd went in the hospital in November. It is also where I got my hair washed.
Though. I was bathing her.
Yeah, he was bathing me, but there's nothing like a real shower and a real hair washing. And yes, by the way, my hair is wet today because it's so wild right now, I can't do anything with it. So I wet it and kind of just pasted it down to my head.
Look how long it is.
But,
Turn around and look at the back of it.
See the back? It's
how long
pretty
it is?
long. But it's I got my first hair washing, and they cut like about 4 or 5 inches off the back of it. I think Ed said he put that in the video, but that was my very first haircut in probably a year. And but he, I got my shower, learned how. Well, I couldn't. They had to put me in my first one, but then I learned how to stand up, and I learned to stand up long enough that they could get me in a shower chair and all that. And we had to fix our house with handicap everything. We had to have a ramp. So Ed had to come home and build a ramp, and he had to put handicap access into our showers, into our bathrooms. Everywhere I went had to have a handicap.
I got a couple
bars.
of brothers, and my youngest brother came out and helped me build a ramp, which I greatly
It's
appreciate.
wonderful, wonderful. Made a big difference, especially since I couldn't walk. And they at physical therapy, they tried to just work mainly, I guess, on my strength.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think? But when I was there,
That teach you how to use your
I don't
hands
want
and
her to
arms.
get those treats. Come here, get up here. Callie's got the whole bag of treats
The
out on the
animals
floor.
went crazy.
But they were teaching me my strength,
I'm gonna get
how
the
to
snacks.
how to do my strengths and stuff so that I could build on it. I know Gracie's after them, but I'm sorry for the chaos. The cat got the treat bag and tore it apart, and the dog's just trying to eat them. But anyway, they were working on my strengths to help me be able to stand with assistance and with my walker and with my walker and my wheelchair. And I finally got to where I could get with help, I got from the bed to the wheelchair. And then I got to go to the bathroom, and that was amazing. that you could go in a bathroom. But
I was surprised at some of the things they had for people to learn how to stand again. I'd never thought about it, but they actually had things where they would stand you up and it would lock your legs into it so you could stand where they wouldn't
wouldn't give
just come out
away.
from under you.
Yeah,
And then the toilet was the same way. They had
the lifts,
risers for the toilets and stuff. Way to get them on and off of them.
the bedside toilet.
Yeah, it was really amazing, and I don't know how you do it without it, because even as big as I am, it was really hard to move somebody.
That's dead weight, because I couldn't
really
even
is.
put weight on my legs. But they, the physical therapy did great with me and everything, but they let me go home after 2 weeks. And when I went in there, I couldn't even stand at all. I couldn't stand. I couldn't walk, move. I couldn't use my hands, my
2
legs.
weeks, by the way, was way too fast.
Yeah, it's way too fast to leave there. But, you know, they get you in, they get you out. And I'm sure it has to do with insurance. But we did that, and we got to come home finally on my birthday, on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
We got to come home. That was my birthday present from all of them. And they were so excited and everything. And then Ed and I come home. And I when I left physical therapy, I thought I could walk. I thought I was going to come home and just run through the house and move around, do what I wanted to do, and everything was going to be great. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way.
Everything worked great as long as we were helping her do stuff in physical therapy, and she thought that she was ready, and I actually thought she was kind of ready too, and that I would be able to help her do everything. But when we got home, oh man, what a shocker! We debated on whether or not to tell this part, but we would.
I know. I'm still
we would
leery,
sit down
but
almost every day at some point when we get really frustrated and
just
feel like we
cry.
wanted to give up, and we just do nothing but cry. We'd sit and look at each other
Cry
and cry.
and pray. That's all you could do, is just pray about it.
I wanted her
because-
home so bad, but on the other hand, leaving her there a little longer, if they would have kept her, would have been better, because I had to get her in and out of the bed on my own. I had to be able to take her to the bathroom and get her back in the bed on my own.
To the
I had to be able to
doctors.
take her to the doctors. I had to be able to put her in the shower. All these things I had to do on my own with no kind of devices to help me do it like I had in physical therapy. So I was relying off of brute strength, and I'm getting older and not near as strong as I used to be. And I was afraid it was about to break me down, and then we were going to have a separate problem.
Well, the biggest thing is I really thought I could walk, and I really thought I could move like I did in physical therapy. But the truth of the matter was, when I got home, I realized my bed was higher than we thought it was. And I couldn't even get in the bed, and he was trying to put me in the bed. And for those of you that don't know, when you're on oxygen, you have to sleep on this huge wedge that is at least, I don't know, about this high.
It's a big wedge.
And it's a big wedge. You have to sleep on it and prop up on it so that you breathe right through the night.
Keeps you from getting pneumonia.
Yeah, it keeps you from getting pneumonia when you lay down.
We did learn tricks along the way. My mother come out to help out some, and while she was doing that, I spent a day over at the shop, and I built a ramp with a platform to go from the end of our bed to the top of our bed. So it had a slight ramp, and then it leveled out for a platform. And
so that we could roll my wheelchair up it.
It was just high enough that I could get her up on it and then slide her off into the bed, and then I could slide her back off the bed and then back down the ramp. And it's still there to this day, because it just works
I still
really
use
well.
it. Yes, I
She
still
gets
use
real
it.
unstable if she looks down, or
I
if
can't
she
look
looks
up and I
she
can't
gets real
look
dizzy.
down.
So
Yeah.
it just helps her be able to hold onto the bed and walk around and walk
Yeah.
down the ramp. But you learn to overcome.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, we sat there, like he said, we would sit there sometimes and just cry, because it just broke my heart, because I hated to have to depend on him for things that you take for granted every day. I didn't have a choice with how we had to handle what came up. I could walk in the kitchen because I could hold on to the bar all the way around to the sink, and in my dining room I could hold on to the chairs, walking around them, and everywhere I went I had to have a walker or a wheelchair, and those things are very awkward and they take a lot of room in a vehicle. They take a lot of room in a doctor's office. They take room everywhere you go. In this house, we found out just the size of our house from all of my equipment. I have a lot of equipment still, but it's all good, Looking back now, we were really scared and thought, our first thought was, oh, I need to go back to the hospital. I'm going to have to go back. I was not wanting to go back. He wouldn't want me to go back. So we just decided to work together and overcome. And we prayed about it. We turned it over to God. Let God just take it and help us and give us the strength we needed to be able to take care of me on my own.
We kept finding ways that would help us.
And people would tell us things just out of the blue, and we were like, wow, that's it. That's what we could do, or that'll work. And
through this whole thing, my faith in humanity has been restored. At one time, I didn't think I would ever trust anybody again.
That's due to our jobs.
That's where I didn't leave a lot of people. We don't want to be around nobody. But this whole thing, I can't tell you how many people has come into our life, and even total strangers. You'd be somewhere and
Walmart.
I'd be trying to get in a door,
once.
even at a doctor's office, and it was hard for me to open the door, get a wheelchair through it. I'm not used to that. Well, somebody would come running down the hall or get up from where they were at, come open the door, try to help you in. I just didn't expect that.
I guess I shouldn't have said Walmart because I didn't get to go to Walmart until last month for the first time.
people are just so helpful, and I had forgotten that, I guess, just from all the years of just dealing with the worst of society, and I never got to see the best. Well, all I see now is the best most of the time. It's just great. These pets are out of hand tonight.
They are.
We're gonna have to put them outside next time or something.
No, they'll be all right.
Anyway, we just want to tell you guys about that, and then I think you saw an ice machine at the end of the slideshow. That was one of our friends that knew Kathy really well, and if you ever worked around Kathy, you knew the first thing she was gonna want when she got to where she could eat or drink again
was a Milo. I mean, not a Milo sweet tea. Well, I like Milos too, but Sonic iced tea.
Sonic iced tea. That was the first thing she asked me for when
with extra ice.
When she passed her swallow test, she said, "I want a Sonic iced tea." So the next night I brought her one. But they brought us the machine that makes Sonic ice, and we still use it even to this day. That's all she wants, is the Sonic ice.
Yeah, it's good because I need it. It's real good, but yeah, I had to learn I'm sorry, we've skipped all around this time. We decided to do it without notes, and that's probably not a good thing for me.
I don't have a computer sitting here and notes or anything because last time, she
I just
went
went
all
everywhere
over the
anyway.
page. So I said, the heck with it. We're just going to go with it this time.
But, before I went to rehab, I had to take some of the swallow tests and stuff and learn how to chew and learn how to take bites of things. And everything I got, even at rehab, was pureed. I mean, all of my meats, vegetables, and I don't know if y'all have ever had that. It's different. And I am a texture person, so it was real different for me. But we just, if anybody has any questions, or if I can help you in any way, if you want to know what we did or how we handled something, please don't hesitate to comment down below, and we will answer you because that's why we're doing this, is because I want to help you.
If you don't want to do it publicly where everybody can see your comments, just look us up. We have a Facebook page. You can instant message us. You can also, there's an email address on YouTube. It's a private email. Email us. If you got questions or need some help or not sure
because we understand
Yeah, we'll certainly tell you how we did it and put you in the right direction and maybe even hook you up with some of the right equipment.
Yeah.
We have some extra stuff left over now, so she's getting
Yeah.
to where she can walk again.
Yay!
For short distances,
I'm
she
so
can't run
excited.
marathons. She can't go shopping at Walmart and just take
No.
off down the aisle.
I know I said Walmart a while ago because I was really excited. I got to go. I've been to Walmart 3 times now uh, since last year, but it was just in the last month, I guess, because
And she's still not walking there.
No.
She's still having to use a wheelchair.
my daughter-in-law's carried me and Ed has carried me. You know, the thing you have to learn is you have to give up your freedoms, you know, for now. It's just a slow process and you just take it one day at a time.
But
And
this time last year, she was in
in a coma,
and I was down there trying to decide
if you was gonna have to
if I was going to get to keep her or not.
pull the plug or not, you know.
So
We're thankful.
a year later, look where she's at.
I'm here and I'm excited and I'm happy.
And I'm sorry, I still get emotional
I
when I talk about
know.
it.
We've thought about it a lot this week. It's been real hard because you just think back. Wow, you know, last year, you know, I missed Christmas completely. I was in the coma the whole time. Never even knew I missed Christmas.
She woke up just a little bit after
January.
Christmas.
It was after New Year's because I wasn't even here New Year's.
No, we moved you right before New Year's.
But then I was
I
back
know,
on it. Yeah.
and that's another thing she deals with
I
is this
don't-
time.
Yeah.
She doesn't remember because, you know, for 3 months, I mean, she just doesn't remember. So I have to help her with the times, and
Yeah.
her times are real fuzzy, and we talk about it a lot about when certain things happen. But she did wake up right after Christmas, and they moved her New Year's
bad.
night.
Yeah.
She was you were in long-term New Year's Day.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's hard for me to remember. It's why I wrote all the dates and stuff down. But she gets a little foggy on it, and that's understandable. But,
I get foggy on a lot of times. My timelines are off a lot because I can't. Things I think happened last week or last month could have happened a year ago. So you know, I'm just working on that. I'm trying to get my speech back up to par, my words. Sometimes I have trouble with words, remembering what the words are that I'm trying to say. And I get frustrated, but I'll just look at him and like, okay, what's the word?
And I used to be
I've
real
learned
quick.
now just to say, what's the word?
Yeah, I used to be real quick to just give her the word and it would irritate her. So now I just let her sit and struggle with it a little bit. And
I
then
have
she'll
to
ask
think
me what
on
it
it.
is and I'll tell her.
Yeah. Yeah, he don't tell me unless I ask, which is good because it makes me use my brain. And that's what you have to do because you do have that fog from that COVID. You have that brain fog.
There you go.
Yeah, that is, you know, it's
Alright.
just hard to overcome.
Let's end this one because we're
Yeah.
way past the time. So
Oh no,
we'll,
we were trying to do good.
We'll see you guys next week.
Hey,
Have a
Merry
Merry Christmas.
Christmas, and we love you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.